Hello everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good evening for you. Pick the one you like. And I hope you're ready to stitch. Yes, this is Wednesday, and we are doing our SAL Wednesday. So, this is the piece of my choice today. So, currently, I have two whips from Kim Jacobs, and one is the Valentine. No, you probably have seen it before, and also this piece as well. This piece I started earlier this year when I started to venture into 10 stitches, and it's just absolutely beautiful piece to work on. If you haven't seen this mock-up, let me show you what it looks like. Okay, oops, we're professionals here. There you go. Too king, too king. Yes, so this is the full mock-up of this piece, and I'm starting from the upper left there. So I've got through some of this white area there that was slightly tricky and challenging, and now moving downwards to all the flowers, all exciting bits, and diagonally somewhat to the bottom right. And you can tell this is such a whimsical piece. It reminds me of autumn. There's a little cat sitting on a chair, which is a bonus, and it's so warm and cozy and full of beautiful flowers. So let me show you where I am with this piece. Now I can show you this full view here. So for a change, today I am going to work on this piece using Saga. So up to this point, I've been using Pattern Keeper, but I just want to change it up a little bit, maybe switch my method a little bit and transition into, a slightly different way of stitching the Saga is very good at. So, and also, this is the first half stitch, 10 stitch piece that I'm working with Saga. So it might be a slightly different experience there. So I'm really looking forward to it. So let me zoom out my piece right here. So this is a mini, by the way, and this is where I am right now. It's still really massive, quite a lot left. And you probably noticed the Saga does not have the page definition. It kind of just ignores it and just treat the whole piece as one, which is fine. But technically it's got about 9 pages, or Heaven and Earth mini pieces is about 9 pages worth of stitching. And I am currently, let me bring up the stats. We like a little bit of stats here. So if you look at the upper left there, we're looking at 5.7. So not bad at all, considering how many pieces I'm working on at the same time, different days, different pieces. It's so exciting. And so it's 5.7%. And will I be able to move closer to 6 today? Who knows? So from here, I'm going to create a little counter here. So I'm going to use this little feature called sprints. I'm going to just create a little sprints and just leave the name as that. So what it does is, oh, did it create any? Yes. Okay, it took a little while. So what it is just a counter to roughly capture the time and also the stitches. Okay, so the stitches will be precise here. So I've got, and before I highlight the area that I've decided to work on, let's have a look at the chat to see who have we got here. Oh my goodness, Travis is the first one to report to the chat. Well done. So Travis is the winner of today, the first to report to the chat. Well done, Travis. And he says, hello everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. Currently working on my Pokemon. Yes, Travis is working on an epic Pokemon piece, and it's a stamp cross stitching as well, really interesting. And she says, well, he says, he's a gentleman stitcher here. He says he's working on the Pokemon's piece while watching Criminal Minds. My goodness, what a what a combination! And waiting for Yogi. Well done. I hope you are fully scared, and so you're ready to come to this relaxing little space, which is nice and safe here. And Serena is here as well. Hello all, she says. And Brandy is here as well. And she says today's rainy day in Oregon. Busy Mom Stitcher, hello, hello, welcome. And Nikki's here, of course, my partner in crime. She says, hiya, I'm ready to start stitching. The day is in sunny Arizona. Lucky you, we're pretty cloudy over here. I think our love affair with heat wave is quite over in London. Jenny's here as well. She says, hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And Nikki and Frankie's here as well. Welcome, Frankie. And Small Town Stitches. She says, I'm about to head it. We work today. Hang on a second. Oh, excuse me. Just had a little cough there. Got a little frog in my throat. All is good now. So she's so Small Town Stitches is still at work. Ah, only 2 more hours to go. You can do it. And Renee as well. It's Renee, right? I got it right before, and I butchered it again. Renee. She says, hi everyone, all chores are done. I'm ready to stitch. Well done, girl. And Stitchy Fiver is here as well. She says, good evening, everyone. She's in the UK as well. And Clover Stitcher, hello, hello. And Susan Chamberlain says hello. Same guys here as well. Another friend from the UK. And let's see, Leslie is here as well. Welcome, Leslie. And Ebony as well. Hello, Ebony. Well done. Well done. Welcome. Welcome. And Suzanne as well. Suzanne, hope you're feeling better today. And Adventure of Stitching. Oh, it's been a little while, isn't it? So welcome to the chat here and welcome to the stream, everyone. And let's have a look at my plan today. Okay, I've got, it's not unusual for me to switch my methods from time to time, but today I'm actually switching app as well. So I'm working with Saga. So with Saga, if you have some experience using it or have heard of it before, it's really, really good. If you like to stitch in a kind of slightly different way, you can define an area of your choice, any size, any stitches, and you can go from minimum to maximum number of stitches based on colors or the other way around. And there are a couple of other ways for you to kind of switch around to see how you like to work in terms of orders. So today my plan is, let me bring up my full view here to show you. So my plan here, you probably see my piece here has got tons of part threads, and I love managing these part threads from time to time, but I think it's about to sort of do something slightly different with this piece. So what I'm going to do is to work through my part threads, and then I am going to focus on this area. So I've got this pink border here, hope you can see it. And I'm going to clear up all the part threads here. As you can see, there's symbols there in a sort of diamond shape. I'm going to work through the part threads, and then I think I'm going to give the minimum to maximum a go with half stitches, and only 2 blocks here, so it should be okay. I've been practicing quite a lot with mini cross country with half stitches, so I think I might be able to do okay. And then if I ever complete these 2 blocks within the session, I might move down to the bottom left here. Maybe have if I'm ambitious, I probably do 6 blocks at a time and see how it goes. It's fun. It's fun. So it's kind of cross country within the defined area here. So you can make it as big or as small as you like. So I'm really excited to do this. I'm always eager to try different methods. So this is my plan today, and I hope you have your piece with you as well with Kim Jacobs. And if you're not working on Kim's pieces, just keep it quiet, okay? We won't tell, and we won't judge, maybe just a little bit, and but maybe not too much. But you have your opportunity to make a difference next week, okay? You will have time to get a piece from Kim, and I think Heaven and Earth is still on sale right now, so there's no better time to have a look at Kim's pieces and maybe grab a pattern. It would be very hard for you to resist and not to like at least one of Kim's designs. And you can come to join us. We're doing this every Wednesday. We're here to appreciate Kim's piece by stitching the design. Okay, so let's have a look. And so let me bring up our view with Saga. I can do so. And there's a little markup there for your reference as well. The great thing about having the app here is you can correct me when I'm wrong, when I make mistakes. And so I'll need your help. It's a teamwork. So let me just maybe make the pink border a little bit brighter here. Let me see. I want to make it brighter so it's easier to see. How's that? I want to make it a little bit, oh, never mind. Let's just leave it a pink. Oh, I got the other, the wrong one. So I want to make it white so it's not too jarring. So you can see how flexible this is. You can make it into any color you like. I think red is actually good, actually. So you can see, there you go. So I'll make it a little bit pink, actually. Oh, what am I like? So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Right. So I'm really happy quite a few of you managed to get Saga working on your system. I know it's not easy, but with a little bit of determination and help from each other, we can do it. We can do it. And this is just another fun way to stitch. So I'm going to start from this area, and I'm going to work these part threads away as I move forward. And once I'm done with them, I'll stitch the remaining ones from minimum to maximum. Sounds like a good plan here. Hey, Gretty's here. Hello, hello. And let's see. Oh, and Jiggle is here as well. She says, hello. I've only been here for a bit. I can only be here for a bit. I'm glad I can make it. Definitely. Well done. Well done. It's not always easy. People are in different time zones. Some people are at work, you know. So, you know, we don't want the bosses to know unless you are the boss. Then it's okay. So I am excited about this. You can see previously I was doing this way of thread ending, and now I don't have to do that anymore. I can do my boomerang. You know, what a gift. What a gift. So I'm very, very happy here. So let's get warmed up with a few stitches here. So I hope you had a great day and you're ready to stitch with me here. So transferring my pattern from Pattern Keeper, well, I can't even say it's transferring because nothing's transferred. I just imported the pattern over to Pattern Keeper, to Saga, and started again. Marking the stitch area isn't hard at all because I've been following block by block. So pretty much I was able to just mark off the blocks. Very, very easily done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not all the past threads have been done properly. And why don't I grab my pencil here and just give them the border, make them a little bit darker here, because it's been a little while. Sometimes the pencil lines fade a little bit, so let me make them a little bit darker. And I'm not worried about the fact that pencil lines won't disappear. I don't know, maybe they wash off as well. I really don't know, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, you can't tell. You can't tell. So I'm not worried. And pencil is a lot easier when it comes to drawing fine lines. So much better. Now I can see properly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fours. This one wasn't marked properly, wasn't parked properly. So let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing is with with Saga, it's not really designed for sort of parking method. Well, you can park, but if you do cross country quite freely, parking and switch colors quite a lot, you might find it less spontaneous. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's you need to go through a few steps in order to do that. So I'm trying to find my way to see if there are ways to make it a bit more. Let me see. I think there is one part already. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to park it below. Do I want to park at all? I may not even want to park. Yes, I think I'm going to go no parking. Okay, I'm going to go no parking here. So let me see. It's all very spontaneous right here. So I might just end this thread right here with a boomerang and get this thread out of the way. Hey Mayhan, hello. She says first time watcher. Oh, hello. I'm not stitching at Kim Jacobs, but I'm happy to join. Definitely join in. Join in. It's good fun. It's absolutely good fun. And who knows, maybe next week you'll be doing the SAL. Who knows? So this one is 524. So the floss I'm using, the thread I'm using is CXC, by the way, 524. 524. And CXC is very full in terms of coverage, so it's perfect for half stitches if you're not worried, if you're worried about the coverage. And also this is actually not 25, this is 22. So, but you can see that even with 22 counts, the coverage is perfect with 2 strands. So this is where the CXC really excels. So I am going to move on to the one next to, well, I'm trying to see when I'm trying to select a new color, it marks the stitch, which is not my intention. So it makes me think the Saga is not really designed for this way of stitching. But I'm trying to find a way for it to work and work through the past threads, so I can start to work in a way that Saga is designed to do. And by the way, let me know which piece you're working on and what you're drinking tonight or today or this morning, wherever you are. I'm sipping my peppermint tea. Oh, excuse me. And Jigo says, I got my wooden frame for my cross stitch project. I'm so nervous to start. Have you got one of those? Maybe Joyce got one of those as well. Really solid wooden ones. I really like the idea of that. I wish they could work for me, but I have so many projects. You know, if I want each project to have a home on the frame, literally, I'll probably need 20 of them, which is probably not very practical. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here, trying to be organized with my thread here. So in order to switch another color, I literally have to de-highlight the current one. And let's see if we could do this. And it marks it instead of selecting it. It's just one of those weird things with Saga. Oh, why does it do that? Hang on. Right, only one stitch, that's why. So this is an experiment using Saga to do this, which it may or may not be designed to do, but the only way to find out is to try it. So there you go. I want to darken that a little bit. Busy mum stitches drinking water, but she's at work. No stitching. But it's good to be, you know, hydrated. It's always good. It's a great idea. I'm warming up, guys. I'm warming up. So I'm going to just clear up all the part threads here. And I switch my methods quite a lot. So this kind of transitional stage actually happens quite a lot for me. And it's fun because you're transitioning into a different way of working. And after a few stitches, I'm going to clear these guys away. Never want to see them again. Seriously. Now I have boomerang. Hey, Natalia, talking about boomerang. Hello, Natalia, our ambassador that brought boomerang to our community. And let's see. Let's select this one. Oh, I'm getting used to it. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to force Saga to do something that maybe it doesn't want to do very much. We'll get there. So let's have a look. I hadn't worked on this piece for excuse me. There's a little frog in my throat. So some part threads here are not being marked. Let me see if I can mark them to avoid any kind of 1, 2. So you have to press and hold to mark, which is slightly different from the pattern keeper. There. So that one So there's another part threads there, so I am going to end this one as well. So Anjigo says, oh, it's so easy, not hard at all. I just haven't put a fabric on yet. The scary part of for me. So yeah, I suppose you could just switch the project on the frame. But it's just easier for me to just have, you know, more hoops and then just keep them on a hoop. I mean, cost-wise as well, because the frames surely would be a little bit more pricey than hoops. Let me dot this one away. 647. 647. Claire, hello Claire. Okay, I need to go back to the chat a little bit. I don't want to miss anybody. Salita is here as well. Hello, hello. River as well. Hello. How could I miss River? And oh, Travis, I'm drinking coffee and peppermint tea at the same time. That's me. That's my move. Travis, you're making yogi move here. Always drink coffee and peppermint tea at the same time. Well done. And I think there's a question from Claire. She said, evening, this is a gorgeous design. What fabric count is it? This is 22. So it's slightly bigger than 25, where is probably most commonly stitched for most of my projects. But then again, I do 14 counts as well, so I like to try different counts. So this one is a little bit interesting because previously I was working block by block. So now what's happening now is that each block has a version of the color I select, meaning that the multiple part threads of the same colors on different blocks. So that's why I'm kind of going around both blocks to see if I can oh, actually, why don't I work on this one? This one would be easier to clear. There are quite a few stitches. And Small Town is drinking water as well. Natalie, you're always welcome. Suzanne says it's surprising how many body parts do you use to put fabric in a hoop tightly. I know, a little bit of elbow grease. I always pick hoops that's got, you know, that you can use a screwdriver to tighten it, because some of them actually does not have that, you know, that mark, the dent you can put your screwdriver in, and you have to rely on your fingers. There's no chance. So I always make sure that I get those, you know, the ones I can just use a tool to do it. Oh, this one is much better. Okay, there are quite a few stitches here. And yes, I love my fabric really, really tight. Okay, sometimes too tight for some people. And I destroy the hoops. But you know, I think the stitching experience is really important for me. I just don't like loose tension. It's just no fun to stitch. You know, as you put your needle through, the fabric kind of goes up and down, bouncing around. I don't enjoy that. So now it's a bit of an experiment. I'm going to clear all my path threads here. Salita says, Yogi, I like that you have Saga up with the markup. I know, because I would have loved to use that to do the same with Pattern Keeper as well and markup IXP, but unfortunately my very basic model of Android device does not want to mirror. And yesterday I was told there was a software solution using an emulator. And you know what, Nikki, if you're listening, and Suzanne as well, it refuses to install on my very old Mac, because the minimum requirement for the software to work is a silicon sort of version of the Mac. And it doesn't, you know, if you don't know what it is, it's perfectly fine. It's just a newer model. And my Mac, you know, is still working quite well, going strong, but it's an older model. It's an Intel version. So the software cannot be downloaded or installed. Well, it can be downloaded, but not installed on my Mac. So that's a no-go. So I'm not able to show Pattern Keeper and Markup RXP, which are on my Android device. So that might change if I get to upgrade it at some point. But until then, yeah, it's nice to show Saga because it's on my iPad. So, well, hey. So here we go. These are marked there, I think. Good. And what I'm going to do, I'm kind of improvising as I go, because I've never had to do this with Saga, which is a new territory here. Because so far with Saga, I just do minimum to maximum. I haven't had to clear the part threads before. So it's an adventure. It's an adventure. Hey, Janelle is here as well. Good morning. So for Janelle, it's the next day already. Amazing. It's already Thursday over where Janelle is. Heather is here as well. Hello, hello. She says, hello, friends. Happy Wednesday indeed. Well, happy Thursday for Janelle. Oh, Natalia says, Yogi, I believe there's possibility to disable auto commit in setting. You're quite right. I can turn that off, can't I? I think it's a car. Ooh. There is a setting there. I think. Where is it though? Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. I can turn that off. That's correct. Thank you so much, Natalia. See, that's a great thing about showing the app. You can help me out. Yes, there's an auto navigation. Let me just show this in the full screen so you know. There's a so you're looking at, whoops. You're looking at the side panel here. There's a setting here. You can turn on or off, where you have this car icon that if you turn this on, auto navigation on, it basically jumps to the next number based on your way of sorting. But at the moment, I'm not really doing one way or the other. So I should keep it turned off. Very good idea. Thank you, Natalia. As helpful as always, and resourceful and knowledgeable. Thank you. So yes, this will prevent the app from auto select colors for me, which I don't want at this point. So let me see. See, it marks it. I just want to select the color, but it marks it instead. If someone knows that there's an alternative way of doing it, then let me know. Maybe it's just not designed to do what I'm trying to do here. Here, so I am going to end it. With a boomerang. 524. It's a little bit fluffy, so I might let it go. Go to the retirement center of the leftover thread. Hey Rose, Rose say hello, hello you all. Happy Kim Day. Exactly. Every Wednesday is the Kim Day, Kim Jacobs Day. Suzanne says, I couldn't get my fabric tight in a wooden nudge hoop because I couldn't pull it like normal. The one I'm using right now is actually from Nudge or Nua. I've heard people say Nua. I think it's a foreign word. But this one is got double the depth. I find these ones really good. It's 1.6 centimeter. So the shallower ones are a little bit harder to maintain the tension, but the deeper ones are really, really good. Let's have a look. Yes, Nikki, unfortunately, my Mac is so old. even the software just doesn't want to. Oh, it's still doing the auto selecting. I wonder why that is. Oh no, that function I just mentioned is to jump automatically. There must be another. There must be auto jump. Natalia, if you're watching, I think I misspoke earlier on with the feature, because the car feature is not so much the auto jump. The car feature is actually, let me bring on this thing. So, you know, quite a lot of you have just got Saga working, so I think this will be useful to share. So the car icon there is to take you to the section of where those stitches are. So let's say if you currently I only have 2 blocks, which is quite easy to look around. Let's say if you have an entire page, and the auto navigation is literally taking you, the view, to the stitches for the next active color, if that makes sense. But what I'm trying to do here is actually to stop it from automatically jump to the next color. So I don't know what would be the default. There isn't a selection that is just, you know, manual, is there? If anybody knows, let me have a look. So if anybody knows the answer, because what I'm trying to do is to stop it from automatically jump to the next color, which you know, is not an order I'm stitching with. By the number color, I have no idea. So anyway, I'm going to leave it out until someone can show me the way. And let me switch back. There. I'll do my best. I'll cope. It's okay. And it's not really the app's fault, because I am trying to do something maybe it's not designed to do. So it's all me. It's all me. Carla. Carla says, I've been lurking, watching on my TV. You're lurking no more. You're lurking no more. Angie goes, has to go. Bye bye. See you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you do. And Serena as well. See you later. You're allowed to lurk. You're allowed to lurk. Lakika is here as well. She says, hello everyone. Happy stitching. Yes, happy stitching indeed. Let's see. Let's bring it down. A few stitches. Once I get these out of the way, I'll be able to be normal again. Whatever that means. It's good to be normal sometimes. Right, okay, so far so good. I'm hacking my way through with this poor app. I'm trying to get it to do things that it doesn't normally do. But it's quite interesting because this app must be catered for, you know, stitchers in Russia. And it's interesting to know that they're actually stitching this way. And they're probably used to stitching this way. So does that mean they don't park and do kind of, you know, cross-country, just randomly parking anywhere they want? I wonder. I wonder. Okay, now I am going to come over here again. It kind of marks for me. Hello, Sarah. How are you, darling? She says, a doctor appointment soon, but I want to say hi. Oh, I hope everything's okay. I hope it's just regular checkup. Hello to Sarah. And hope everything goes well with your appointment. Natalia says, I'm not using Saga actually, but they have to be away. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I can't seem to see the option. It's a mystery. So I'm doing a yogi move here because I'm taking this stitch down to the same column down here, and I don't want to take the thread over the stitch area. So I'm doing a yogi move by doing a pin on the side. You can steal my move. It's okay. It's free to use. You can borrow it. It can be your move, you know? You never know. So I am going to end this one as well, slowly but surely clearing all the part threads and transition into the Saga way. Very exciting. You know, by switching methods, you just have this new sort of, it's giving the piece kind of new lease of life for me anyway, new motivation to want to work on it. Christina, hello. Welcome. Sarah says, regular checkup and therapy on my shoulder. Oh, good, good, good. Therapy is good. Regular checkup. I'm happy to hear that. So let's see. Next one. This one here. River says deselect the area. Which area? Do you mean the box? This entire box? like that. Like not have it. Would that help? Oh, that's quite true. If you deselect the area, then it wouldn't go into that sorting process. Oh yeah, that's a good point, because the whole point, the whole reason the system is doing that cycle is because you have a defined area. So if you release the area, maybe it wouldn't. Oh, hello. What are we doing here? Yes, this is not what I'm trying to do here. I want this symbol. Yes, this is what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Just remove the box. Yes, River is always right. Carla Hill says, I have reached 23.79. Oh, my king piece. Which piece? 23.79. That's like a lot. Was hoping to get to 25, but I'm pretty tired tonight. When did you start? Did you start the same time we did from first week? It's week 5. And look at my percentage. I'm too scared. I'm under 5, if I remember. Oh, just over 5. Okay. There's a slight difference there. Like 20% difference. River, you're right. Just remove the box. Oh, what do I do without you guys? What do I do? 2 above. Yes, I think I highlighted the box just to help me to... Oh, you know what? Why don't I just go... I was about to say, why don't I just go cross country? But if I'm doing cross country, I don't need Saga, do I? So no, I'm not gonna mess up my own plan. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the Saga way. What am I doing? If I want to do cross country, I just stay with pattern keeper. I'm losing my plot. I forgot my plan. Right. I am going to mark these ones. 4, 1, 5. I'm going to park this back. 4, 1, 5. But I really enjoy cross country at the moment. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like to park a lot. Travis says, a question for the chat. Can you start in all 4 corners of a project, or is that a bad idea? Chat, what do you think? As in, Travis, just to clarify your question, do you mean at the same time from all 4 corners? Because it's quite common to start from one corner, whichever corner. Adri, did you ask me something? Adri, hello. Of course, hello, Adri. Oh, Adri, I didn't see you. Sorry. I just get... Oh, I should scroll back. Adri, don't get mad. I still love you. Yes, I'm here. I just missed... Oh, Yogi hasn't said hello to me. Yogi will say hello to you 3 times as apology. Adri, hello, hello, and hello. How's that? Am I forgiven? It's really good to see you. You haven't reported to the chat for days, okay? I'm a little bit mad, but I'll forgive you because I didn't see your chat. It's even now. We're even. We're even. Okay? Don't get mad. I'm here. Let's see. Next one. I probably miss a lot of comments here. Forgive me. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. And Nikki says, no rules, Travis. Indeed. You can from any corner or coming from the sides. Travis, have you seen those ladies in Japan? They do checkerboard. Checkerboard. They do like one square and then they move diagonally to do another square and form a checkerboard pattern. So if they can do that, you can start from anywhere. Seriously. No one can stop you. I'm not going to stop you. So let's see. Let's make sure this is the correct color. And yeah, Carlos, thank you. Calm down, Adri, calm down. I'm here. Because I'm terrible at reading a lot of text at the same time. So I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm such an amateur. I'm a ghost, Yogi. But you love to be a ghost, don't you? So your dream has come true. Busy mum stitcher. I like to stitch a block and then do a diagonal. I'm trying to visualize it. Stitch a block and do a diagonal. But after watching you today, I decided to start different ways when stitching. So you mean like this way, block by block, diagonal, or because I do that from quite frequently. 1, 2. Ooh, I'm being so adventurous today. I need to stick with my plan here so I don't lose the plot, you know? You can lose the plot. I don't want to lose the plot. Carla says, Yogi, Adrian is trying to reach you from the other side. Ah, rest in peace, Adrian. No, just joking. Yogi in caps. Oh, you're so funny, Adrian. Everybody's saying hello to you. And oh, so Travis says from all corners. Yeah, if it's fun to do it. Do it. So you gradually go from corners and maybe form some sort of diamond shape. Come back to the center. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Why not? The only tricky part depends on how big your piece is. You just need to make sure that you counted, the position correctly. Because if you're stitching like a, regular size, heaven and earth, then you just need to count very, very carefully. Otherwise, when you come to the center, they don't match. You're going to be sobbing like a baby, okay? I'll be sobbing. I'll be throwing my towels everywhere. I'll do a temper tantrum like Adri, that wouldn't be good. Just like, yeah, I'm not seen. I'm invisible. No, you're not. You're not, Adri. I see you. I see you. Adri. Oh, and Joyce is here as well. See, I've only seen Joyce now, and she's not complaining, Adri. Learn from the best. Learn from the best. You know how chaotic I am. So, you have to forgive me. Next time, just wave. Just throw something like a pizza or something at me. I'll see you. So this is your punishment for not reporting to the chat for multiple days. You know, now you know what happens. Right there. Just 2 stitches. So Adri, have you just come home? See, now I'm trying to give her a little bit of attention, you know, so she's gonna calm down. Don't tell her. This is my cunning plan. So Adri, great day at work. Let me see. Have I counted it incorrectly? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. I missed 1 stitch. I'm 1 stitch off, but I'll be okay. I'll fix it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. I'm warming up. I'm still warming up. And let's see. So Joy says, Gretty super video. Which video? What are we talking about here? Am I missing something? Has she made a video? I need to know. Right, let me end this one. A lot of times when you learn, like, you know, how to use an app is through problem solving. So it's really hard when you try to grab the menu, sort of manual and start from the beginning. It's normally when you come across a problem you're trying to solve and you're so desperate, and then you find a solution and you go, ah, all right, now I know. You know, that's the kind of learner I am. If you throw a book at me, I'll just throw it back at you, you know, like a manual. I never read manual or instructions. I just dive in and hope for the best. And if I run into problems, then I try to find solutions. So I'm one of those. The more desperate I am, the quicker I learn. And I'm desperate right now. So I'll be learning a lot tonight. There. Sarah says, is Nikki here? I went ECC this morning. Oh, the lingo, seriously, but amongst these crazy ladies. So if you don't know what ECC is, it stands for Extreme Cross Country. So Sarah is competitive. I knew it. Nikki was doing 4,000 stitches the other day with ECC, with Extreme Cross Country. And Sarah just trying to do the same. Sarah is competitive, guys. No joke. She's not kidding around. Okay? Here. Where am I? Right. Ah, very good point. Very good point, Dawn. Dawn says Travis has the printed patterns, those stamp sort of canvas. And so it wouldn't be dangerous as it will be for those of us counting for 4 corners. Very good point. Very good point. It's a totally different deal here. That is very good. So Travis, if you're thinking about doing 4 corners with your piece, with the Pokemon piece, you should be safe because everything's stamped, isn't it? So you'll be good. Yes, that's a very good point. 1, I'm double checking the color. This is not correct. Let me have a look. See, I just transfer, well, not transfer, I try to mark the stitches copying pattern keeper, but it's not always completely correct. So let's have a look. This one is better. Yes. Now I'm in. Nikki's so excited when people ECC. Oh my goodness. Travis says my piece is 4 feet by 6 feet. Is it 14 count? I forgot to ask you how many count, the fabric count. If it's 14 counts, yeah, it would be quite massive. Quite massive indeed. This is a new adventure with Saga to stitch this way. It's a little bit awkward so far, but it works. It's all right. It's quite all right. Adri, are you gonna throw a ball of yarn? A ball of yarn, not like, you know, baseball. It could hurt, you know, Adri. You don't want to hurt Yogi, do you? Two over here, down here. And are you stitching today, Adri? See, I'm giving you special attention. Now I'm warming up a little bit better now. Now I know what I have to do. 1, 2, here. Pizza. Suzanne just throw me some pizza. See, I'm so behind the chat. That's why it's all weird. But I try to catch what everybody's saying. Pizza can get too dirty. Oh my gosh, Sarah managed 650 stitches in what period of time? 10 minutes? That's extreme cross-country for you, everyone. It's not for the faint-hearted. You know, these ladies just go extreme cross-country without helmet, no seatbelt, no safety gear. Oh, seriously. I am going to keep going with these. So far, so good. Dawn says, I'm surprised she didn't say throw chocolate. Yeah, well, no, chocolate cookies. Chocolate cookies. That'll be good. Chocolate is for eating, not a weapon, okay? Don't throw chocolate at people. Eat it. It's a better way of using chocolate. There you go. I think this bit will start to move into like a window area. So, you know, you can see the outline here starting to move down. And this is the window frame on the right there. I can see it happening. Ooh, it's all happening. What a beautiful piece. And here. And I'm going to end it here. With a boomerang, of course. Where Sarah says Friday is World Cross Stitch Day. Really? There's such a thing? So what do people do? Have they got like a worldwide live stream somewhere? Or maybe we can do it, you know? Why not? 20-hour marathon. How's that? Oh, Adri says today is my day off of 3. And now I'm sick. What's happening with you, Adri? What kind of sickness are we talking about? And it's this one. Let's have a look. Yes. Oh, from the airport. Yeah, I think airport is full of all sorts, isn't it? Because people coming from different countries, they're carrying all sorts of things over. But I think working in an airport, your immune system is probably higher than most people. And I like to think the same about yoga teachers because I'm in physical space with a lot of people all the time. And sometimes you hear people coughing, sniffling, you know, and knock on wood, I'm relatively good with cold. I don't catch cold. I don't want to say that because as soon as I say that, next thing I know, I'm going to be down with something. But generally, I think my immune system is okay. Decent, I think. So. See it over there. And Travis says 14 counts. Yes, it's massive, isn't it? 40 colors. Oh, that's not bad at all. It looks very colorful, Travis, your piece. So it's not the number of colors that counts necessarily. It's how it's charted, isn't it? If it's charted well, you don't need that many colors. I mean, you know, I do a lot of, well, I used to anyway. I used to do a lot of dimensions kit. And most of them probably have under 30 colors, some even less. And they're beautiful. They always come out really beautiful. So just because you have more colors doesn't mean it's better. Here we go. Mayhan says, the piece I'm stitching today, I do cross country for the page. Whoa, it's the only one I do that, and it's a lot of fun. Yes. I mean, yes, cross country, if you define an area, I mean, normally a page border, you know, is probably what people go for. So the thing with Saga is you can literally define, you know, whatever area by blocks or by stitches, and you can even freehand draw an outline. Let's say if you have a pattern that you want to, you know, like for me, if I want to just stitch the kitten, the cat on a chair, I can just draw a circle around it and just focus on that area. It's pretty powerful. But I think by page, yes, it's quite a large area. Quite a large area there. Busy Mom Stitcher says, Yogi, you should do a marathon again. Oh, it has been suggested at the end of the marathon session. Would you believe? we're the 10th hour, and someone, I think probably River, goes, oh, maybe we should do this like every couple of months or something. That was at the end of 10 hours. Yeah, if you're game, I'm game, you know? Why not? So Friday is the World Cross Stitching Day. It's our day, isn't it? Let's see. I've got a little bit of thread left, so why don't I just go ahead and do these ones? You can't stop me. Sarah, good luck with the appointment. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let me have a sip on my tea, my peppermint tea. See you later, Carla. Well done for dropping by. Have a lovely sleep. 99. 99 to Carla. And Natalia as well. 99. See you next time. Alison, hello. Alison says, stupid TV just chopped me out. Are you having a fight with TV, Alison? Don't do that. It's okay. Be friends. Be friends with TV. It's useful sometimes. Hobby works offshore and had call. So had you paused? Missed 20 or so minutes. Right, so you missed the temper tantrum Adrian has been throwing, you know? Like saying, yo, you can't see me, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. That bit, right, okay. That's the best bit so far. Just one stitch here with this one, and I'm going to end it. It's coming together. It's okay. I managed. Right. Let's have a look. That one. Joy says the selection in Saga is super. I used it on SIT, Stitch in Time, the Amy Stewart piece, to select one book to stitch on. I know, you can just use freehand. Let me show you right here, guys, if you're new to Saga, because these are the features, you know, you really only know if you actually experiment. So let's see if I flip that over. And so you can flip the stitch area versus unstitched area. So if I have a normal default view, you see the completed area on the upper left here. But there's a button you can tap on, the light bulb. You just tap on it and you flip the whole thing over, so you can decide what to stitch on. So let's say you just want to stitch this little stove here. You can select the freehand tool. Oh, I sound like the tutorial person. I'm not. I'm just doing my bits just to show you what I know. So I can just draw an outline here, there. And that, I can just focus on that. You can draw a bit more details. Let's say if you just trace the outline somewhere there of the stove. And now when I flip over, this is the area I'm focusing on. And I can, you know, just any calculation of stitches would be within this area. So that's super powerful, I think. And no other apps can do that. And I can release it, unselect it, flip it back. How's that? Round of applause for Yogi for a beautiful demonstration there. Yeah. So yes, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So yes, so Joyce, you could just literally select a book at a time and just do that, and you can do the minimum to maximum, the any kind of order that you like, the way you like to stitch. So, and Greta's in love with Saga as well. They just got the app working, so I'm really happy for them. Really happy for them. Scribble says, what's the app? It's an app called Cross Stitch Saga. We just call it Saga. So round of applause for everyone for that beautiful demonstration. You know, never complain about me not doing demonstration, okay? I do it. You ask, I do it, okay? Sometimes I do it even when you don't ask. It's like that. So, here we go. Now everybody wants Saga. I can see that happening. Dawn says, that is so cool, isn't it? It's a really powerful app. It's clever devs, developers here. Thumbs up for them. Thanks, everyone. What's that bottle? Is that a bottle of wine, Janelle? Or magic water? It's magic water. Holy water, that is. Holy water. So we've got these ones here. 1, 2, 3. 5. There you go. And Nikki says, if you can do minimum to maximum, you can ECC easily. No, I think extreme cross country is the distance, because I can cross country a little bit, 2 blocks, cross village I can do, but cross country, the problem is if I do minimum to maximum for beyond more than 6 blocks, I get a little bit, scared, and I make a lot of mistakes. So that's the problem. That's the problem, Nikki. And this one over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. Just 1 stitch. Sanga says, how do you get Paradise to work? Google has a suspended payment. Sanga, you need to follow our Facebook group. Have you not joined already? Because loads of stuff going on there. The solutions. Joyce has come up with instruction on how to use the desktop version of Paradise, which you need to convert. And also River and Suzanne as well have been offered to help for conversion. So you need to join a group and hook up with everyone, and we'll get it working for you, right? That's what we're here for. We're helping each other out. And on that note, let me paste in the link to our Facebook group. I mean, the link is on the in description anyway, but I'll paste it in for your convenience. That's what we're doing here. Let me paste in the chat so you can just follow the link. It's a great group. It's full of people with all sorts of clever ideas, and it's a great support. When we're not streaming here, you still have each other for support. So there we go. Alison says, I looked at Saga for a while back, but I use Android and Google have blocked it. Yes, Alison, same to you. Join the group and there's solutions there. So quite a few of members have got it working through help of each other. It can work. It can work for you too. What have I done here? Yes. I've got another one down there. Joy says, I did discover a bug in the switch shop pattern. Oh, yeah, I think I saw your post, but I didn't quite understand what it is. So is there one color not picked up in a conversion? But what you can do is just to assign, but you need to do it. You know what? Saga does not have the ability for you to tweak thread colors, etc. But you can do that via Paradise, if that makes sense to you, Joyce. So you need to reconvert the pattern again afterwards, but you can make all sorts of changes of thread colors, icons, and color the swatches. You can do all that. If you know what thread color it is, just do it via Paradise and then import again. You should get everything. So Nikki says, Yogi, you take it block by block and pick a color that's in most every block. Are you referring to the ECC extreme cross country for people who knows? Well, the thing is, I think it's more of a, how do I put it? In theory, yes, that's how it works. But in actual fact, it's very scary because my fear would be if I mess up one block, you know, all I have to do is miscalculate one block. The whole thing is down, isn't it? So that's kind of my concern here. And let me just do this one to remove another thread of the area. Good, good. So far, so good. It's almost cleared. There's a few more to go. Nice and easy here. And I think I can probably remove these 3 little annoying little tails here. See, I'm so fickle. Now I don't need them. I call them annoying. They're actually quite nice. It's okay. Oh, so it worked for you, Gretty. You didn't have the blank stitch. I don't know why that happens. Yes, with Pattern Keeper, Suzanne, it's fine. Everything seemed normal. So I don't know why that is. No. Joy says, I did some research. So if you're stitching Sweet Shop on Saga, let me know if you have questions. Yes, definitely ask questions. Joyce has the answers. And thank you so much, Joyce, for making that document. So anybody who has questions can just look up the document. Oh, so it doesn't recognize the color in Paradise either. But can you not manually put it in though? If it's blank, you can just assign a thread color and the swatch, color swatch to it. This is so nice to stitch, this piece. Let me see. Madhu is here in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, you're at work. I can't watch you today, but you are watching, aren't you? Hush, hush. We won't tell. We won't tell. I mean, some of us so lucky to be at home, you know. We have time to stitch together. I know. Oh, so Joy says regarding to the blank color in paradise, she says you can only change if it's recognized, and it isn't. Oh, that's a different problem. She says you can select all symbols, but not this one. Oh, so it's definitely a bug. Because I thought it's just not picking up one color for some reason, one symbol for some reason. Then you can manually put it in. But if it's not even allowing to do that, then that's definitely a glitch. A glitch. So does that mean that in Saga, it doesn't even allow you to mark it? It just doesn't recognize it as a stitch? Because if you can mark it and you know what color it is, then at least you could, you know, just stitch that particular color, whatever color it is. Yeah, I think hate patterns are, or most patterns really, um, they're mostly kind of geared towards Pattern Keeper, because over here everybody's using Pattern Keeper. But so I'm not sure how familiar they would be with Saga problems, because on Pattern Keeper it seems to be okay. I haven't noticed any kind of weird activities. So it could be something happens during the conversion of, you know, from PDFs to dice, which is the file format for Saga and Paradise. See, I'm talking as if I knew what I'm talking about. I don't, okay? Just so you know. So this one here. Very nice, very nice. Oh, what a lovely color transition here. I'm just so focused on trying to get Saga to do things for me. I forgot. I totally missed the this beautiful color combination that's happening right in front of my eyes. So beautiful. Ha. Definitely sounds like a bug. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. There. I'm gonna cheat with this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. There. So there are a couple of mistakes happening here, but I'm going to just stitch over and pretend never happened. 1, 2, 3. No one will know. No one will know. No. Oh, Suzanne says also in bakery, which is another Kim's design. That's interesting. Right, the next one. Just one stitch, and then well, it's a problem if you can't even mark those blank stitches. That means your total stitch count is not going to be totally correct. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know, it's not ideal. Let me take another sip on my tea. Next one. There. It's workable. I mean, it's not streamlined because I think the app is not really designed to do what I'm trying to do here, but it's workable. If you mostly do sort of cross country. Oh, so maybe a good question for Nikki, actually. Nikki, if you're listening, how are you doing with your crazy cross country using Saga? Because when you switch color, as you can see what I'm trying to do here, because you have to keep the pattern unlocked so you can mark them, right? But as you switch color, instead of simply switching the color, it actually marks that stitch that you touched, if that makes sense. I think you know if you use Saga to do what I'm trying to do here, which is kind of weird. So you can't just select color, you have to it marks it as well, if that makes sense. I'd love to have the developers of Saga in front of me so I can ask them all these questions. One, two here. Oh, only two left. Ah, okay. Nikki says I'm using Pattern Keeper for ECC. That makes sense. But have you tried to do that with Saga though? Because I think, if I recall, last time I spoke to you, you said you were using Saga to do your crazy cross country. So does that mean stitchers in Russia, they don't do cross country because I don't know how popular pattern keeper it is over in Russia. Because if they use Saga for cross country, they're probably having a pretty fiddly time. You might trip over, you know, as you're cross country. Might keep falling over. I mean, it's doable. You just have to kind of hack it. Let's have a look. Last one within this area. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad. I managed. Nikki says, I have used Saga. You can ECC and mark it just like PK. Yeah, but are you doing single color? Because if you're doing what you're doing for Sweet Shop, which is picking a color and just go through half the piece, then perhaps it's not so much a problem. But if you do sort of mid-distance or mini cross-country, meaning that you have to switch color from time to time more frequently, it's the color switching that's the problem, because once you select a color, it's okay. You can just keep stitching. But if you need to switch to another color, you need to kind of jump through a couple of hoops before you can do that. I think if you do single color sort of long distance cross country, then it's probably not too bad. Oh, see, it's filling up. It's really nice. This is the window on the left, the first panel there. Suzanne says, honestly, I've gotten so used to locking and unlocking and all of that. It's second nature now. I love Saga. That's interesting because, yeah, it's the locking and unlocking is a little bit like here. You have to lock and unlock. You have to keep it unlocked in order to mark as you stitch, isn't it? But being unlocked, meaning that if you select a different color, instead of switching the color, you actually mark the stitch, if you know what I mean. And also this over here, the radio button here, you have to unlock it in order to do anything else, to change color. So there are two steps you have to perform before you allow to transition to the next color, which you don't do with Pattern Keeper. So here we go. Switch back. Nikki says, I just prefer Pattern Keeper. Yeah, I think it really depends on what stitching method you go for. I mean, you know, obviously if you enjoy minimum to maximum or the other way around, you can't really do that with Pattern Keeper unless you do it throughout the entire piece. But who does that? Crazy people do that. We're not crazy. Maybe Nikki is a little bit crazy, but I'm not, you know? Oh, all the past threads are clear now. 2, 3. A couple of stitches, a little bit iffy, but I'm gonna just stitch over. No one will notice. And there are a few more over here. Suzanne says, when it's time for me to switch colors, referring to Saga, I first go lock it. Ah, you go lock it, then unselect the dial up, the radio button, and find the color plate, dial and unlock it. That's what I'm talking about, because there are 3 steps you just mentioned there, just so you could switch. You know, you have to unlock the pattern. Let me think. Yes, you have to lock the pattern, flick the radio button, select the color, and go and highlight the color by turning the radio button back, and then unlock the pattern. So we're talking about 3 steps. Yes, I think if you're happy doing that and you're just used to it, then that's fine. But imagine you have to do it every few stitches. So it really depends on what stitching method. If you're just following the minimum to maximum, or you know, whichever order, then the system just take you through. You don't have to do anything. So it really depends. That's interesting. Oh, this bit is looking good. Look at this. Let me zoom out a little bit, just so you appreciate what's happening here. Oh, lovely. What is this bit then? Let me look at the mock-up. On the left, there's a roundy thing there. What is that? Is that like a mirror or some sort of thingy? I have no idea, but it looks lovely. It looks very dramatic. Just suddenly, it's the roundy bits. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Let me see. Let me end this thread here. Ooh, it's so nice. And this is mini. And it's so beautifully charted, even though it's a smaller version. Oh, I love this pattern so much. Wow, Suzanne says, I often do stitch by stitch, so I'm doing it almost every stitch. So you perform these steps every few stitches. That is amazing. I nearly said it's crazy. No, it's not. It's not crazy at all, Susan. Suzanne, here, now I can probably, now, because I have cleared my, why don't I extend it to to 3 blocks because there's some unstitched blocks here. So now in theory, I can resume the auto sorting system the Saga is designed to do. So from 1 stitch to max. Why don't I do that and finish these 3 blocks? Beautiful. Now I feel a little bit more normal. Now 1 stitch, 3 7 4 0, 3 7 4 0. Now Saga is going, oh, now I can be normal again. 3 7 40. Been trying to get it to do weird things. Three 7 40. It's a purpley color. Joy says, couldn't you just use the selection feature to define the borders of the country you want to cross in? Yeah, it's you can use the box or any shape you like. But if you cross country, the app is designed to do it in a certain order rather than kind of just free selection. It's the free selection that becomes a little bit of a problem because it's kind of designed to 1 2 3. It's that one. It's not really optimized for constant switching, if you know what I mean, like free selection of colors. You could do it. It's just more steps, I think. Let me see. I am gonna just do a quick pin because this is an exception here. And I'm going to end it. 3 7 40. Suzanne says, well, when I'm doing royal rolls, I'm doing it stitch by stitch. So you use Saga for royal rolls and you basically go through those steps you just described for every switch. Wow. So that's kind of where I run into a little bit of issue because I thought, well, if I'm going to do royal rolls anyway, I'll probably use Pattern Keeper instead. Adri said, I fell asleep. Adri, you came to my stream, okay? You come to see Yogi, and then you complain about Yogi not giving you enough attention, and then you fell asleep. Seriously, Yogi. Seriously, Adri. We need to have a word, okay? We need to have a word. Jacqueline says, I prefer Pattern Keeper also. So Jacqueline, have you tried Saga and decided that you prefer Pattern Keeper? I think for, you know, if I'm going to go long distance cross country, I think Pattern Keeper is probably more geared toward that kind of, you know, flow, if you know what I mean. Right, so now I can go for the next one, 370. 370. 370. Adri, you're falling asleep on me. That makes sense, Susan. Yeah. Switch methods when it comes to confetti. Night, Adri. Be good. It's a hat. Do you think? Let me have a look. Joy says it's a hat. Oh yeah, maybe. Yes, it looks like a straw hat or something on the left here. Upper left, just below the bouquet, the first bit of bouquet there. Yeah, it's maybe a hat. Couldn't tell. Now you say it's a hat. It looks like a hat. Yes, it could be. Yeah, a straw hat. Oh, Joyce's eagle eye. Yes, Rose says looks like a sun hat. Yes. Yes, Adri, get better soon, okay? And report back so we know you're alive. River says regarding Saga, she says, I keep it locked, turn the radio button off. Okay, I'm trying to walk through that in my head. Touch a symbol and turn the button back on. Very used to doing that, like Suzanne. So in order to mark as you go, then you have to unlock the chart, right? So that's one more step you have to do in order to mark. So 2 steps. You have to, in order to select another color, you have to lock the pattern first, turn off the radio button, select a new color, turn on the radio button, and unlock the chart. sounds like work, River. I don't know about you. Yes, so that's the bit I kind of go, it could be a lot easier, can't it? Hang on, let me switch back. 370. I think if you're used to doing that and don't mind doing that, then yeah, it's workable. Absolutely. And that one already, have I done that one? Yes. And now 3828. 3828. Suzanne says, but it's also sort of the same thing with Pattern Keeper. You have to sit there and select and unselect every stitch also. I actually find the pre-selection, the highlight is one thing. You can highlight a symbol, but you're able to pre-select a certain stitches that you're about to stitch. I find that quite useful actually. So for me, that's not a kind of extra step. That's more of a like kind of benefit, and then commit once you've stitched the area, because the highlighted stitches could be from 2 to 200. So the pre-selection kind of helps you to identify which ones you're about to stitch. But that's interesting that we have different takes on that. Oh, this one is already here. Hang on. Let me put that in 3828. I already have a park thread there. I didn't notice. And Joyce is saying, I'm doing Royal Rose-ish. 3 towers is my selection. So Joyce, are you doing minimum to max, that type of order, or something else? Just 1 stitch. I'm so good at boomerang now. It's just like good at it. 3A, 2A. Took a little bit of a practice. Now it's like second nature. Second nature. Oh, Salita, I was wondering what you were saying. A player, maybe? I said, what are you talking about? Oh, a platter. Okay. I think it's a hat. Now looking at it, let's have a review of the situation. So this is the stitch area, and this is the markup, upper level. It's quite flat. That's why I was thinking, yeah, it could be. It's not a clock. It's some sort of circular thing, like a, yeah, like a plate or something. It could be a hat, it could be a platter, or some sort of really flat basket or something. Oh, it's a mystery. It's a mystery, but I'm very excited. I love the color transition here. Travis says, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I have a migraine coming on. So I'm going to go and lie down. Take care of yourself, Travis. I hope you enjoy your Pokemon stitching. And have a nice rest, and hope the headache will go away. So migraine is no fun. So night. I don't think it's evening over there yet, but if you're going to sleep, then nighty night. 3, 5, 6. Three, 5, 6. Our River says, usually I have an area selector, so just hit the bucket to mark them all. Yes, I think with, it really depends on how many stitches you have in that area, because I normally, if it's just 1 or 2, then I do the bucket thing. But when there's more than 10, for instance, I have to mark as I go, or I kind of get quite lost. So that's when I have to unlock the chart. But it's not a problem if I'm doing the usual, minimum to max. I don't mind unlocking it. But if I'm trying to do what I was doing earlier on, kind of, you know, changing colors in no particular order, and that's when it gets a little bit hairy. Right. 356. 356. I'll take a sip of my tea. Jacqueline says Saga sounds like too much technology for my old brain. Yeah, I think the great thing about Pattern Keeper is it's kind of what you see is what you get. It looks like a digital version of a paper chart, even though you have to switch kind of tabs, which is a little bit of a nuisance. But if you get used to it, it's quite intuitive. But right, next one, 3858. 3858. But it's a nice alternative, you know, because I use them all. I use Pattern Keeper, I use Markup, I use Saga for different purposes. Today is a little bit of experiment because we're in a transitional stage. Empty the bucket. I like it. So, I think it's here. 3 stitches. 3 stitches. For those of you who haven't heard about the new start, we're going to start next week, next Wednesday. I'm going to show you the markup. So if you're interested in joining in, you still have time to sort out your fabric and get a pattern, because Heaven and Earth is now having 50% discount there. QVC moment coming up. Then, you know, now is a good time to get a pattern. Let me just show you what we're going to do. So every Wednesday, we're doing Kim's pattern, right? So far, we kind of choose all sorts of different patterns to work with every week. But next week, we're going to do what we normally do, but some of us are starting a new pattern, and I'll show you what a new pattern looks like. Are you ready? This is the one. So it's called The Quoting Room, and it's from Kim as well, Kim Jacobs. So it's within the theme, but this is new start. We're going to start together. So I don't know how many people are joining us. Quite a few, Nikki. You're the one that should be keeping the count. You're in the department of organizing stuff like this. So started off, it was just me and Nikki. We happened to have this pattern, and so we thought, well, why don't we start together? And then, you know, there are a few joiners. Currently, I don't know how many, but yes. So next week, a group of us are going to start together with this piece. So have a look at Heaven and Earth website, and it's 50% now, so grab it. The version I've got here is max color, so I believe it's got a mini as well, and there's a regular color, and there's a one with quoted border as well, so that's one variation. So have a browse. I mean, Kim doesn't have a huge catalog, which is probably a nice thing because, you know, it's not like Amy Stewart, there are hundreds. I think Kim probably has less than 40-ish, and they're all beautiful. They're beautiful, beautiful pieces. So either you choose this one, you can start with us together next week, or you can choose any pattern from Kim and we can stitch along and appreciate the work of Kim's design. So there you go. And this one obviously is from Kim as well. Just gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. So there you go. The choice is yours. Oh, Suzanne, are you joining us as well? Lovely. If you get a if you get fabric, I hope you do. I hope you do. Why don't I stitch this one as well? It's right there. So 3858. Salita says, I've had the Pattern Keeper for a while now, but have yet used it. I'll get there soon. I hope, because paper patterns are getting to be a pain. Oh, you're working with paper patterns, Salita. Wow. That's very brave. Normally, if I have anything that comes in paper pattern, even before I had Pattern Keeper, I always just take a photo and work with sort of PDF apps. Just use the highlighter and do them, because I just find it quite scary to work with paper pattern. I just think I'm going to ruin it, and if I do something to damage the pattern, it's all gone. And also it's quite fiddly. I can't undo, you know. You have to mark it with a pen. I don't think I've ever done that. Have I ever used a pen to do that? To mark my patterns? Or your rare breed, Salita? 610? 610. But I think the fact that, you know, companies like Heaven and Earth and Gecko Rouge, they still offer printed versions. It means there must be, you know, enough people, enough demand for people to want to have paper patterns, or they wouldn't be doing it. Oh, Suzanne's got the one with the quote border. Beautiful. I'd love to see what it looks like stitched. I saw that one. So the new start is a week away, so you should have plenty of time to sort out the material if you want to join in. And you can come on the Facebook group and just let us know. You don't have to let me know, you can just start on a day, but it would be nice to know if you're joining in. It's always exciting to know who is going to join us. And there's another one. Just take it over there. Whoops. Miss CXC just works so well with this piece. because it's got really lovely kind of earth tone by default. It's just the texture and the tone of the threads. So Joyce is just like me. She says, I never stitch from a paper pattern. Before Pattern Keeper, I use EZ PDF. So it's probably one of those PDF apps. Same here. I always use Goodreader. Goodreader was my friend. And I just use that like highlighter to mark. It looks quite crude, but it worked. It worked. It's hard to remember, imagine how we managed before Pattern Keeper. It's such a useful app. Right, 610. Suzanne says, the paper patterns back in the days, but I can't see well enough now. Yeah, I suppose because you can't pinch and zoom, like Pattern Keeper. So it's one of the things. So, Salita, you should give Pattern Keeper a go. And many benefits. 3787. 3 stitches. 3787. Here we go. I mean, even now, there are certain patterns you can only buy in paper form. Like, there's a couple of them I have. I think they tend to be samplers, because samplers you can probably, I think they do it for copyright reasons, because samplers you can literally have a look. If someone is showing a pattern, you can literally just grab the screenshot and that's your pattern there, because they're quite simple. So they tend to come in paper form just to make sure that it doesn't get stolen. One more over here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This color doesn't look right. It's supposed to be brown, but it looks a bit green. It's entirely possible I stitched the wrong color, but I'm going to just leave it and see how it goes. If it looks wrong, then I'll stitch over it, because it should be brown. The swatches look like brown color. Oh, there you go. Interesting. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one's done. How peculiar. Okay. 37A7. 37A7. River says that the last time I did a paper pattern, it was almost halfway done before I realized I'd dumped paper out of order. Oh no! Oh no! Did you not notice? The pattern looks weird. It's like it's supposed to be whole face, but it ended up with half a face, one eye. That is terrible. No, particularly with full coverage, it would be a nightmare. Yeah, Salita, definitely give it a go because you can pinch and zoom, and also you don't have to fiddle with papers, and you don't lose your patterns, right? So, and River is 92% on rustic farmstead. Wow, way ahead of your deadline. So 645. 645. No way. River thinks she can complete the remaining 8% in 8 days. So 1% a day. How many stitches is that? Whoa. Yes, it's amazing. That's crazy. Because River just finished a piece very recently, just a few days ago. And here comes another one soon. This one here, 1, 2, and 1. I know. To finish one piece is remarkable. To finish two in such a short span of time, it's just bonkers. One more stitch here. Six, 4, 5. 6, 4, 5. Go back. Yes. 5. Oh, all the big celebration for 92 is quite remarkable. Busy mom stitches come out to cheer you on. Are you still at work, busy mom stitcher? My condolences. It'll be done soon, I'm sure. Yes, it's for you, River. Now, 801, 801. No pizza though. Can we throw some pizza for River? Hey, that's my cat, Dolly. Hello, babe. How are you? Dolly just come back from the garden. She always looks pitiful, as if, oh my God, come hug me. Hug me right now. I just came home. Such a drama queen, Dolly, aren't you? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stitches. It's a pizza from Jackie. Oh, River, 1,000 per day. Goodness. She's not playing around, River. You know? 1,000 a day. So you've got 8,000 left. So 8,000, sorry, 1,000 is like how many blocks? 10 blocks, right? 10 blocks a day. You know, with live stream, if I stream for 3 hours, I can probably finish for about 2 blocks. So do the math. 2 blocks, 3 hours. It's a good day. Eight, 1. Three, 1, 7. 3, 1, 7. I know, Lakika. There's some speed stitchers, some stitching athletes in the chat here. Four stitches down here. Oh, have you just started them in February and March this year for both pieces? And you finish one and you're about to finish the other one, and we're only in August. Oh, see, some people are made differently. We've got some aliens here in the chat. Some stitching aliens from another planet. Three, 1, 7. Hello, Laura. Laura says, hi, everyone. Usually I'm just listener, but I've been stitching for a while now and wonder For all the cat people. How do you keep the cat hair away from your pieces? Laura, I have the answer. You don't. Okay, I do try. I do try. But all the others probably have different tips. But my tip for you, Laura, watch and learn, is this. Yes, masking tapes. Yay. I just take one piece, and normally this piece will be resting somewhere on top of my hoop there. You know, I'll just put it there, like if this is on top of my hoop, and I'll just leave it there waiting, you know, like this. I just leave it there like that most of the time. And if I spot a hair, I just grab it and just tape over it. Sometimes it's not even cat hair, just like fluff. I just do this and everything comes off. But obviously that's provided that you notice the hair. Or I just stitch woven the cat hair into my piece as part of my memory. There you go. I'm sure others will have different, more sensible solutions. Jackie says, I just posted on the Facebook group. Well, I will start instead of a quote room. Lovely. We will have a look, I'm sure. So you're starting, so you're going to join us with a different piece. Is that correct? Very nice. Very nice. Rubber says, I'll take some pizza. Jackie says, hi, Laura. Unfortunately, I don't. I just keep tweezers. Yes, I've got tweezers as well. Sometimes really stubborn. You literally have to pull it out. Yes, tweezers, good. Wendy says, I have fur from 4 cats and 2 dogs and stitch into my focus piece. Yes. Well, you know, sometimes I will spot like one hair that I clearly know is from Dolly, and I'll stitch it in, you know, as part of my piece. It's you know, with love. So some of my pieces have cat hair woven into it intentionally. River says, my husband's cooking me some fish. Oh, he's a keeper, isn't he? Is that, can you like order different food? Has he got like a menu? Does it, Madame, what would you, what do you fancy today? Is it fish or is it chicken today? You know, like on airplane. Is it chicken or fish? Chicken or fish, River? Is fish today. 844. Great question, Laura. Oh, my organizer for CXC is getting pretty messy here. As if that's a surprise. Yeah, Alison, I like that. Stitch it in, make it personal. I have 3 cats, exactly. Sometimes I deliberately do so. But sometimes I do remove it. Or it's gonna get too furry, my piece, my project. Dawn as well. I think cat owners can understand that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. Four. Laura, she says, I have a lot of cats. I do use tweezers, tape, lint rollers, and you're still looking for help. Are they not working? You've got all the weapons there. Salita says, Laura, I always have a lint roller. I use it on my top and pants before I start to. And I have 2 big dogs and 2 big cats. Very hairy. But I keep a lint remover anyway for my clothing. Because if it gets on your project, it probably gets on your clothing as well. So I always use the roller on myself before I leave the house. Otherwise, I could be very hairy. April 4. Yeah, Joyce, your little doggy is quite long hair. It's got really long hair as well. I bet it goes everywhere. Lakika says, just set my personal best for number of stitches a day, 619. My goodness, not river progress, but pretty phenomenal for me. Lakika, round of applause for Lakika. 619, amazing. Don't tell me you managed that amount since the starting of the stream. That'd be crazy. Tell me that you've been stitching all day. A round of applause anyway. Pizza, you know, anything, cats. Just throw it, Lakika. It's celebration. Celebration. Jackie says, I have a cat that's 20 years old. Wow. And 21 pounds? Is that a lot? I don't mind having his cat hair in my piece. 20 years old. Well done. Well done. Amazing. Yes. Personal best. Personal best. Well, Laura, you have 19 cats and lovely houses. Oh my God, 19 cats. You must have a big house or a big garden. That's amazing. I have one, and she's a handful. It's a handful. 779. 779. Personal best is the best. Oh yeah, Suzanne, you deal with different kind of fabrics and threads all the time. Must be fluff everywhere. Nikki. Nikki? Nikki says, I just stitched my eyelash in just... I think that's a slightly different topic, isn't it? Now we're stitching body hair into our pieces. That's a slightly different kind of, you know, situation here, Nikki. I think we need to talk about that. Stitch your eyelash in. You must have very long eyelashes. Oh dear. Oh, wow. Okay, so like you got not just during the stream, but yeah, in a day, that's a lot. Let me tell you, Lakika, were you here during the marathon? I stitched for 10 hours, okay? I ask you, 10 hours. I managed about the same amount. I think just over 600, okay? Just so you know, that's quite an achievement of what you've done today for 10 hours. River says regarding the husband cooking, he says, just ask me what I want and he makes whatever I feel like having. My goodness. One day I was playing and I said, I want, I wanted elk. What? Is that food? Is it edible? So he said, be right back. Grabbed his gun. What? And got me an elf. True story. River. That's a very different lifestyle we're talking about here. I live in London. Okay, we don't have elk. Do they look like deer or something like that? I'm sorry, I'm really ignorant with wild animals. Oh my goodness. So instead of a supermarket, he just went out and just got one. Oh, oh my. And I believe you. I bet that's a true story. That's quite a that's quite a lifestyle you're having there, River. What, Roxy? Roxy says, I'm devastated. After 15K stitches, I recounted and my project isn't going to fit on the fabric. What? What? That is not good. What? 15,000 stitches. Oh my, Roxy. 779. That can happen, you know. That's why I always measure and measure again and measure one more time with my fabric because I'm just so paranoid about something like that happening. And it nearly happened when I got my Gecko Rouge kit and it came in with a huge fabric. I could have just started stitching and then I realized the side left and right didn't have margin. So thank God I measured. It could happen. Man. Suzanne says, I hardly stitched today. Hopefully tomorrow it will be less painful. Oh, yeah, you're still bruised, aren't you? Suzanne, you will get better. It will take a little bit of time, I'm sure. It sounds quite bad. You will get better. Hopefully the chat is keeping you distracted a little bit. 3772. I'm sending a healing vibe to you, Suzanne. Roxy, yes. It could happen. That's the scary thing about, I don't know, it probably doesn't matter whether you start from the upper left or the center, because before I started doing the full coverage, I was always taught with smaller pieces, always start from the center. So when you finish the piece, you have equal margin. That's provided if you have the margin, right? But so Roxy, do you think your fabric was incorrectly measured, or did you start from a point that's too far off from the border? So sometimes it could happen, you know, if you start from the corner, something like that could happen if you leave out too much margin on the upper left, and then you run out by the time you get to the bottom. Oh man, that's not good. And I also showed one piece before, a few streams ago, of a full coverage, 14 counts I did. It took me about a page into it, full coverage, to realize that I was stitched in the wrong orientation. So instead of a landscape, I was stitching in portrait. So, but I kind of noticed after one page, and I had to restart. So that can happen too. It's always good to check and check and check again. 3772. Suzanne says I have fabric cutting phobia because it's so permanent, isn't it? If you cut it wrong, you know, it's over. 3772. I think I've done this one. 3772. Yes, done it. H 169 169. So 14K is like a lot. 169. Night, Gretty. Night, and I hope your Gecko Rouge is here very soon. Oh, Roxy said, so you measure for 5 times? You check 5 times and you still got it incorrectly. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever done that. But if you run out, can you just attach a piece of the same fabric count and then just stitch over it? You know, you just attach a sort of additional piece, and if you stitch over it, you probably can't see it, can you? I mean, Suzanne might know. Suzanne is the fabric expert there. Just in my head, I think that could work. You just sew a piece like an extension, and then if you stitch over it, you probably can't see the seam. I'm thinking if you don't want to restart. Suzanne says I keep myself busy pattern converting. Yes, for everybody to while keeping my leg elevated. Yes, very good idea. Yeah, sometimes distraction, if you focus on something, it takes your mind away from discomfort. I'm sure it's quite sore. Wendy says, depending on the picture, you cannot stitch the last number of columns and have it similar. I'm trying to think, visualize it. You cannot stitch the last number of columns and have it similar. Works for landscape pictures, not so much geometric patterns. Why is that though? So if you attach a piece at the bottom, let's say if that's where it runs out, it works, but not the sides. I'm trying to think. Because it's full coverage, right? So you can just stitch over everything. In theory, in my mind anyway, it might just cover everything. Because imagine if you have a, epic piece, you've got the last row of pages at the bottom and you realize you run out. Oh man. Very nice. 169, 169. Dawn says, yes, you can do that. Huh. $25. Oh, Dawn says I've seen it mentioned in other groups as in attaching extra piece of fabric. I'm sure it happens from time to time. There must be people trying to salvage it rather than restarting. Oh man, that's got to be rough. Oh, the last color of this area, lovely. 452. 452. Suzanne says, I've never tried it, but in principle, I think it could work. It might be a bit thick. Yeah, you probably both have that slight thickness around the edges. But other than that, in my mind, it could kind of work. Wendy says, basting a piece of fabric on the side might work. How is that different from sewing it? Do you mean just as you stitch, you just lay another piece of fabric on the side and keep stitching? I don't know. I don't know what that actually implies. Wendy says, dog chewed a hole in my focus piece. I frogged the area. Chewed a hole. So what do you do then? Do you patch another piece underneath? That's quite a unique problem to have. Oh, Roxy, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I bet that happens. In the history of stitching, that probably happens a lot. Oh, Wendy. So, you've got a hole there, you frog the area and sew a piece in and restitch it. So how do you line up all the grid and everything? Fascinating. There's a will, there's a way. I bet. I mean, with samplers, you can't, you probably can't get away with it, but with full coverage, you just might. Wendy says very carefully. I bet. I hope it wasn't a big hole. That's funny. I mean, pieces like this, unless you're very disciplined in storing them really safely, sometimes when I have pieces working a lot, I just have them kind of just, place them somewhere that's convenient and things could happen to them. You could damage it in various ways. You could spill things on them. I think spillage, if it's not on stitch area, it's probably not too bad. Coffee stains, you just stitch over it. But if it's on the stitch area, then that's not good. Ooh, I've got a unidentified flying little bug around. Last few stitches in this block. How lovely. The last one is always most fun because you just fill in all the unstitched area. Yay. last one here. Let me see. See, these 3 blocks all filled in. Yay! Let me see. I might do a few more stitches here. I think I've got a little bit of capacity here before I wrap up today's session. It's 11 here. It's okay. I'll probably go on for another half an hour. And so I think I'm going to, what should I do? Should I move it down this way and work the part threads? Alternatively, if I'm being a little bit cheeky, I could move the block here, just work on these ones, just these 2. What should I do? Let me see. I want something that is not too heavy duty, so I don't want to work with part threads right now. Maybe leave it for the next session. Maybe I'll just create a block under here. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just move it down, the block downwards here, and work on the area that doesn't have part threads, which is these 2. So slightly out of order. I prefer working from left to right, but just, you know, it's an exception. These 2 look quite nice and easy. So that would be my plan. Let me see. Let me start from the bottom and see if I can work through a few colors here. Right. Let me see, looking a little bit. So I'm going to work with these 2 blocks that's free from part threads here, and see how far I can go. 3, 3, 6, 4. Three, 3, 6, 4. So just 1 stitch to start with. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There. So I think I'm gonna do a quick pin stitch here, because I could have done boomerang, but I've got a loop start, so 3, 3, 6, 4. Three, 8, 5, 8. just to show you the condition of my floss organizer here. Okay, sorry about that. This is the current situation, and it's getting a little bit unruly here. 3858, because I've got quite a lot loaded here. So let me just take that one. Get this one, leftover piece. Just one stitch. Oh, this one is done already. Silly me. That's done. So 3858 going back. And that one 610. I'm going to do a boomerang start and finish. So boomerang is very good ending method, but it's also perfect for just one stitch, kind of loose stitch out of nowhere, and it's very secure as far as I can can see. 1 2 3. No, that one. Loop it through. Very secure. Six, 10. Seven, 7, 9. Just one stitch as well. And now a boomerang. Seven, 7, 9. Salita says, I noticed that you didn't have a mark of 3 of your stitching. The circle with a dot in the middle. Which ones? You mean in this area? These ones? Oh, you mean these ones? Oh, well spotted. Because I cheated. I stitched those. You mean these ones? Oh, so, you see, some viewers are watching so carefully, okay? They were thinking no one is paying attention. That is true because I cheated when I stitched the block above. You're quite right. Let me correct that. Let me do this one first. And unlock that. It's a little bit fiddly to do, but I can do it. And there. Oh, there are a few more there. Okay, so I've got these 3 done, right? But it's got a few more stitches there, so I'm doing from minimum to maximum. Well spotted, Salita. Exactly. Now it's fixed. Yay! Amazing. I just didn't even notice that. That's the power of the chat. So next one. 4 stitches. No? 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, there's one more, but that's a different one, right? Which one's this then? Oh, it's that one. Okay. Man. Seriously, what am I like? Yes, that's why I get confused all the time, because I'm just so sloppy when it comes to marking there. Just 1 stitch though. That's one more. So that one's done. Oh, that color is not correct though. Why is it lighter than the other one? Maybe I need to stitch over it. I don't think that color is correct. Oh, there's one more there. Is that's a different pattern, a different symbol? No, I thought it was this one. No. Hang on. That one is not done because that one is not correct. And that one is the one next to. That's a different one. That one, right? Am I correct now? Yes. Stitch it up. Joyce, yes. Round of applause for Salita for the Eagle Eye Award of tonight. Yes. Yes. Now we can resume ish. I'm sure there'll be more mistakes as usual. Well done, Salita. Let's see. So next one's 613. 613. Because with Saga, when you have an area blocked off, because normally if I was using Pattern Keeper and I stitch, beyond the area I intend to stitch, I'll just mark it. But with Saga, because it's blocked off, in order to mark these ones when I was stitching here, I have to unlock a couple of buttons before I could do that. So I didn't do it. So that's my excuse. 613. So I blame the app, okay? I blame the app. It wasn't me. It was the app. And Joyce is going strong. Joyce, are you working on, which piece are you working on again tonight? Are you working on dry flower as well? Oh no, did you say you're doing stitch in time today? So you're not working on Kim's piece? How dare you? I can't remember. Was it yesterday or today you're working on stitch in time? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joy says, you can also move the selection or use the lasso Oh, you mean move it down so I can mark it? Yeah, it's too much work. Oh, you're working on dry flower. Okay, so maybe it was yesterday. I got confused. Good girl, good girl. Just sticking with the theme. And how far are you right now? I bet you're ahead of me. Because you guys are super fast. I'm the only slow stitcher in the village. Six, 1, 3. .33%. Okay. Let me have a look at my sneaky peek. Sneaky peek. What? I'm just looking at, hang on. Have a look at this. So look to the right. I set a sprint there. And it says, I have completed 2,852. That cannot be correct. That cannot be correct. Where did those stitches come from? Have I read it incorrectly? Joyce, help. It cannot be correct. How can it be? How can it be? How can it be 2,800 stitches? I have not done that. Oh, you know what? No, it can't be. And I did not mark off anything. What is happening here? And it says that I'm on 8%. It can't be correct. I think the app is gone rogue. That cannot be correct. But you guys saw it, right? In the beginning, it says like 3%, just under 4. And then the stitch count was 0 to start with. It can't be correct. And I have not marked off anywhere, have I? I basically just worked on this area and a little bit here. That stitch count can't be correct. Where does that come from? Where does that come from? Where have I read it incorrectly? Where does this say 9? Oh. But what does that overall stitch come from? 2A52. Oh, you mean that 4 blocks? Oh, so, okay. It says 800. It doesn't say 900 anymore. I just lost one stitch. I just lost one stitch. Okay, so the bottom is the total of the 3 blocks, or slightly under 3 blocks I was working on. But I'm looking at the panel on the right there, the sprint area. I'm so confused. Yes, it says 895, so I lost one stitch as we speak. It was 900 before. I'm so confused. So currently, let me have a look. Hang on, let me bring it back and let me remove this. So this is where I am right now. That's not what the count is for. So I'm looking at the sprint, right? No, I didn't mark off the store. No. Let me zoom out to prove to you. I deselected that. I didn't do anything. How did that come? Where did that come from? What's that number for? But even 900 sounds like a lot. I suppose I finished roughly 2 blocks there. How did I manage 900 stitches? That doesn't make any sense. It's me we're talking about. What is happening? What's happening to the app? I've broken it. And the stitch is coming down. Did you see that? Joyce, can you see it? The number of stitches are decreasing. I haven't touched it. If it went from 9, oh, per hour. Hang on. 3 hour, no. No, that's the hourly rate. 882 is hourly. That's why it's decreasing, because the time is moving forward. The bottom right is my completion. I didn't mark off anything. This is so scary. My saga is gone rogue. It's taken over. Is it Adri? Is it Adri? Adri's ghost is playing up. Am I haunted? This is so strange. And I've used this feature for many times. I haven't had trouble reading it. Because the 882 number is average per hour. So that's why the number is decreasing as time moves forward. But the bottom right is the completion number. And that cannot be correct, because you saw me setting it up in the beginning of the stream and start from 0. I think I'm being haunted. Maybe this is a good time to stop the sprint. To stop the madness. I'm so scared. Now I'm 8%, 0.7. That cannot be correct. That cannot be correct. And nothing else is being marked off. Oh. Oh, do you think? Let me try that then. Let me try if I can close it. Hang on. Now let me start again. Not that one. Oh, the percentage has changed. Hang on, let me come back again. It's the same. But, oh, it's 8% now. Let me check my pattern keeper, because it's supposed to be... This is so weird. Pattern keeper. I think I'm slightly more than 3%. It's got to be more. Hang on. Let me look at my pattern keeper version of it. Okay. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, look at this. Okay, I'm going to show you. It's spooky. I think my saga is broken. So this is before. This is just today. I imported dry flowers over to Saga, and if you look at my percentage here, it should be very similar to Saga today, but it says 5.71%. 5.71. Or here, if you can see it, 5.71. That's the correct, very well, a lot more correct percentage. And this is literally what I transferred to Saga today. Very similar. And Saga has gone rogue. It's just marking stuff for no reason. Oh, my Saga is haunted. So, on that note, I don't think we need to review the stitches. That I did not stitch. I did not stitch this number, okay? Just for the record. 2882. That's not my stitch count. I don't know how many I managed today, but I think I managed roughly about 2 blocks, which is about 200 stitches. I think that's probably more correct. Because I did Nikki says you just marked your whole pattern today. No, I haven't. I used the flip over feature, which is part of the feature. I did this. This is not marking. This is just a view. And I flip it back. And when I select the stove, I did not mark it. So, no, that's not marking. If I mark the entire pattern, that would have been like thousands, 20,000 or something. Maybe calculated that. That wouldn't make sense. All I did with the stove, I just made a selection. I did not do anything. So that is odd. Oh, very scary. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird. Oh my God, look! There are some stitches being marked here. I just noticed. Why? What did I do? Maybe I pressed a button by accident. Oh, I see. When I release the... I know what's happening now. Mystery solved. You see this color is being marked everywhere. And I think that happened when I'm going to blame River. Because River says, deselect the highlighter, right? Deselect this. And when I did, I went to my normal habit by tapping the bucket. So I had that particular color selected, and I hit the bucket instead of just marking those stitches I'm doing. So I ended up marking this color everywhere throughout the pattern. So I think that's what happened. So I need to think about how to get rid of them. All right, that was an exciting note to end today's session. So I'll try not to do that again. So this is the area. So roughly, it's about just around 200-ish, I think, being generous there, because I basically just patch up these two blocks and some parts were already stitched. So that's where I am today. Oh, what a hairy ending. That's all the talk of ECC. Yes, my Saga just extreme cross country for me. That is a great app, isn't it? It just did it for me. Betty asks, can you unmark? So I can potentially go in and select that color and unmark everything of that color, rather than going in individually of the entire pattern. But then I'll have to remark those ones I've already done. Nikki says, now you know how to mark of ECC. Yes, for all the stitches I have not done. It's very convenient indeed. Oh dear. Okay, so I'll need to get around to unmark those. Damn. Okay, so that was me or River. I'm gonna blame River, okay? She's not listening, so she doesn't know I'm blaming her. And but it's officially her fault. So what? So over the stitches you completed. No. Whichever way, I think I just marked somewhere. But you can tell from my pattern right now, all these colors are not supposed, all these stitches, if I'm all these stitches are not supposed to be covered. So that, ooh, I'm touching it. That's why, because I have not logged the pattern. Oh dear. Saga doesn't like me. So this could happen, okay? Saga is mad. So I'll fix that. I'll fix that next time. It's kind of my fault because I'm trying to get Saga to do something that maybe it doesn't want to do. So I think it's best app when you do block area by area. So that's a lesson learned. So with that, it's 11:30 in a sleepy London town. So thank you everyone for sticking around, and I hope you enjoy your session. Yes, River's ears are burning right now, Salita. Exactly. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. And so Yogi is going to sign off here, and I hope you enjoy stitching Kim Jacobs, and don't forget our new start from next week as well. Of course, you can just continue with the pieces you're already stitching. Absolutely beautiful. And or you can join us to introduce another piece from Kim onto your rotation. So the choices are yours, and I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed my session. It's an experiment today. A brave new world, trying to stitch this way with Saga and see what happened at the end. So that teach me. So River says why? No, don't tell River what happened, okay? And oh, River, everything's fine. And I hope you enjoyed your fish and whatever else your lovely husband cooked you. So from here, I'm going to say nighty night to you, night night, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and maybe even good night. So I'll catch you on the next live stream session. And nighty night, everyone. Night night. It's great hanging out with you. Good night. Night.